So hey guys and welcome back to the channel. In the previous video, we created our very own profile section, which you can see right here is present. We have also created privacy policy page and also, the settings page we have created. But the main thing that I asked you guys to create was this account section. And also I wanted to create that when we will sign out, you should be redirected to login page, right? So we have done this part. Now, today we will be creating this progress indicator, which will be shown here. Okay. Let me show you the design, how exactly it's going to look. So the progress indicator will look as Figma. Okay. So the progress indicator will be having little circles and it's gonna show the progress. Okay. So what are the progresses and how to see what we have done so far? See, this is the progress indicator. In that you have calories, active calories, steps, times, heart, and this calendar as well present, right? So we are going to create all these sections and we are going to finalize our application in today's section. Finalizing means making sure that everything, whatever we have created, works subtle and works perfectly fine. Okay. So without any wasting time, let's get started. So let me just close this out and you can see it here we have the code. Okay. So in that we have this progress, but inside this progress part, we are only getting our we are only getting our home page. So let me go to the bottom navigation bar and you can see that in the second option also we are getting home page. Okay. So to make sure that this is not the case, we are going to be creating our workout progress. Okay. So inside the workout progress, we will be ensuring to create a page. So in this, we have bottom navigation, home screen, notification, and let me add the workout progress also. So let me add workout progress dot dart. Okay. So workout progress dot dart, and this will be our page. So inside this workout progress dot dart, we are going to ensure that we will import code. So import, okay, inside import, I'm gonna write package flutter material dot dart. Okay, so package flutter. Okay, and after flutter we have material dot dart. Okay, so that is not the package that we are going to use. Now we will be installing our very own SFL. Okay, so like STF, our stateful widget. So the stateful widget will be named as workout. Okay, so workout progress. So I'm gonna name it as workout progress here. Okay. And as we have named it, it's gonna be fun. So workout progress has been created. So let's just go to the bottom navigation bar. And here I'm gonna name it as workout progress. Okay. And let me just reload the page. So as soon as we will reload our page, you can see that now it is showing us an empty placeholder. Okay. Now inside this placeholder, we will ensure that we have some of the basic things that we are going to get from the design. Okay, let me open the design back again. And in the design, you can see the first and the most important thing is the calendar, which is right here, October, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and all. Okay, so let's go to pub.dev. And inside the pub.dev, we are going to take a calendar. Okay, so let me go here, and in that, I'm going to search for calendar. Okay, so calendar slider, I'm going to search calendar slider. And as soon as I will search for calendar slider, you will be able to see that we have a very basic calendar slider 0.0.3. And this side here you can see is the slider that we need to add. Okay, so let me just copy it out and we'll go to our pubspec.yaml, and inside the pubspec we are going to add it right here. Okay, so let me just add it, calendar slider, and we'll save it. Okay. As soon as I'll save it, now we will be able to fetch this up. Okay. So what you can do, either you can just go to that file again, and in that you have an example code right there present. Okay. So you can just do one thing, you can just copy paste your example from there and you can just run it out. Okay. So what firstly it has our calendar controller. Okay, so let's see where you have the controller. Yeah, you can see that we have final first controller. Okay, so this is basically the controller which we are going to need. Okay, and after that you have this sort of code which is present right there, right? Which is in the app bar. So just do that. Copy this app bar code from there. Okay, that's it. Just copy this and go back to the code. And here I'll call out scaffold. Okay, scaffold will be there. And right after this scaffold, we are going to paste this out. Okay, and the calendar slider is imported, so it won't be giving us any error. You have the error which is first controller. So what we will do, we will come back here and I'm gonna add final, and inside the final we will add our controller. So final first controller equals to calendar controller. Okay, so calendar controller, calendar slider controller. Okay, that is what we are going to use. And select, you have selected date app bar. In that also you can run for anything, whichever thing you need. So what we do, we will create here late date time. Okay, so we will ensure that date time is there. So date time will be named as selected bar date. That's it. And use, yeah. We will ensure that it will be used. Okay. That's the basic thing that we have done till here. And apart from that, what we are going to ensure, we are going to ensure that what we have final today. Okay. Let's firstly do one thing. Firstly, let's run it to see what we are supposed to get. Okay. So here you can see that we are getting February and days and everything. Okay. Let me just restart it. And as soon as I'll reload, you will be able to see that we are getting here dates. Okay. So what is today's date? 24 Feb, and we are getting 24 Feb over there. Okay. So let me do one thing. Let me first make sure that this color and all is changed, because I don't need this weirdish color to be there. What I'm gonna add here uh, background color will be colors.black. So colors.black will be our background color, which is created now. Okay. And after that, we have to make sure to give colors to it, this as well. So, the color which we want should be little bit changed here. So I'll make sure that there is some lightish color over there present. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give this color gray. Okay. So gray, and after this gray, I'm gonna give some shades to it. Okay, so gray, then let's give it 900. Okay, reload. So yeah, now you can see that we are getting gray. And for the date color is colors.white, selected color, colors.black, style color. Okay, so blue. So instead of this style color should be blue, we will give to gray. Okay, and in the gray, I will ensure that this gets about 700. Okay, so gray and then 700. If I'll reload, now it looks much better. Okay. And the only thing which I'll ensure is done is month and text color is black. Let's just give it to white. Okay. And also let me ensure selected date color is black, and date color is also fine. Okay, that's it for it. Right. And what else is there? Let me check. Yeah, yeah. Selected tile background color should be our very basic primary color. Okay, so primary color. Now, if I'll reload, you will be able to see that our primary color is visible and it looks perfect. And also, we have to make sure that we might be getting proper colors into it. Selected date color, colors are black, selected style background color is also fine. Then what happened to this date color? Yeah. black. Let's reload. Yeah, this looks fine. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So let's just keep it as it is. And after that, we will go a little bit bottom and we'll ensure that everything is perfect. Okay. Now after this, we are going to suppose to add body. Okay, and body will be having what? Our list view, scroll view. Okay. And we don't want that list view, scroll view should be a little improper because the problem is we are going to add a lot of things into it and we don't want that this thing should be gone. Okay. So first gray, then after the gray we have 700. Let's reload it. Okay. Yeah, looks much better. And now instead of this black, we can name it to white. Okay. Not this. Actually, yeah, this one, white. Okay. So now everything seems to look perfect and this looks nice, right? Now, what we are going to do, we are going to create our remaining styles. Inside the remaining style, you will be able to see that we have a circle. Inside the circle, we have calories, and inside this, we have three more circles, and then we have finished workout, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to use our very own circular progress indicator, which looks perfect here. I'm gonna add body, and inside the body, I'm gonna give single child scroll view. Okay. And this single child scroll view will be having child, and the child will be having what? Sized box, and the sized box will be somewhat around there. Okay. Inside the size box, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna ensure that take the width. Okay, so take all the width available there. For that, let me call out one more thing here. Okay, that is our very own final size. Final size equals to what we have media query dot of context dot size. Okay, so media query dot of context dot size. Okay, so dot size. Well, context cannot be initialized now. Okay, so why exactly it's not taking it? Because we have done everything seems to be perfect, right? Media query dot of context dot size. Context. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's just remove this context from there and we'll paste it. Yeah, now it won't give us any errors. Okay. Now, so inside the width, what we are going to do, we are going to write size dot width. Okay, so we will be ensuring that we takes all the width. And after that, we have what child, and child will be having our very own column. So column, and after the column contains what children, and the children has few things in it. That's it for now. Let's just add nothing to it right now. Okay, so what is the first thing that we have to add? We have to add a circular indicator. So let me give circular progress indicator. Okay. Now it takes a lot of things. So let's ensure that circular progress indicator works. Let me run it. Yeah, so now you can see that we have circular progress indicator, but we have to ensure that we give it some height. So let's add some height into it. Okay, now it looks fine. Now inside the circular progress indicator, we have some size and everything is also there into it. Okay, so let's go there, and inside this, what we have, we are going to give value. Okay, so value will be, let's give it 60. Okay, and the background color will be something also there present into it. So background color, let's give it background color to be colors dot gray. Okay, so colors colors dot black gray, and inside the gray we will give some values, that is 800. Okay, 800. Okay, and what you have? You have value color. Okay, so value color will be what? And always stop animation. So always stop animation. Inside that, I'm gonna add color. Okay, and after this, what I'm gonna ensure that in this we give it our color. So our color will be colors dot primary color. Okay, so let's give it primary color for now. Let's check. Okay, so now you can see that we have this value will be 0.6. It's in decimal, so that to ensure that yeah, it's that much, right? So you can see that proper it looks, right? But now to increase the size and width, we have to make sure that we does some things to it. Okay. Now, what we can ensure in this is we can wrap this out inside a sized box. Okay. So we will ensure that it's in a sized box and let's give it some height. Okay. So for example, 200. Okay. And let's give it a width of 200 as well. And as soon as we will reload it, now you can see that it's look perfect, 200, right? And also I need to ensure that we give it some stroke. So stroke width will be about how much we can give the stroke width to be. Let's give it a very basic one. So I'm gonna give it what? I'm gonna give it 10. Okay, so 10, as soon as I'll give 10, now you can see that we are getting proper scroll width and everything looks fine now. Okay. This is what we have created. Now what we need to ensure that this has text and all inside of it in the center of it. So what you can do, you can wrap this out inside a stack. Okay. So as soon as you will wrap this out inside a stack, it will be able to do all these things properly. Right. So let's do one thing. Let's go to the sized box and I'm gonna wrap this around with stack. Stack. Inside this stack, we have children. Okay, so inside the stack, we have a lot of children here. Let's just remove this out from there. And I'm going to add children. And inside the children, we will be having our code, remaining line of code. Okay, that's it. Looks fine. Okay, now let me refresh it. Nothing seems to be happening here, right? But as soon as I will write something after this, you will be able to see that, oh yeah, it's working. Okay, let me show you what I'm saying. So what we are going to do, we are going to give a positioning. Okay, so we are going to give little positioning to it. So let me ensure that it works. So into this, I'm gonna add a column. Okay, let's add a column because column can only store 2, 3 values at once, right? So column. So inside the column, I am going to add main axis alignment to be the center. Okay, so main axis alignment for center. And also we have children, so children will be having one text. Okay, let's give it a text here. Okay, inside the text, what we are going to ensure, we are going to ensure that we have written something like, for example, 645, 645 calories. Okay, let me just reload it to see where exactly it's landing. Okay, so it's somewhere around here, which you can see right there. Okay, let's give it some styling as well. So font, so style will be what, text style. Okay, and inside this text style, we are going to give font color. Okay, so font color, font size. Let's give it firstly the font size will be 26. And also we will ensure that it gets the color. So color will be colors.white. Okay, so colors.white. Let me just reload it to see where it's landing. Yeah, you can see that the calories is somewhere around there. Okay, so the calorie looks fine, but what we have to make sure this uh sized box is stack is also wrapped up inside a sized box because it's making issues into it, right? So let me do what? Let me give it height also 200 and width also 200. Okay, not a weight, width, PITH. Okay, so width also 200. So this will ensure what? This will ensure that all these things which is present right there is also in the center. Now you can see that we are getting everything in the center, right? Looks fine and looks pretty as well. And inside the stack, I'll also make sure that everything is aligned in the center. So alignment will be alignment dot center. Alignment dot center will be there, and inside the alignment dot center, now you can see that it's perfectly in the center. Okay. Similarly, inside this, we are going to add one more text, which is kind of exactly the same. But before adding that text, we will ensure that there is some spacing to it. Okay, so let me just copy this out and let's just paste it out. Okay. And right after this pasting, I'm gonna make sure that the text size is a little small. Rest, keep everything the same. Okay, so now you can see that it's perfectly fine and it looks perfect, right? So let's add const everywhere. Okay, yeah, now it looks pretty, but we also need to make sure that this is done a lot of times because we have three circles more. So we don't want that this circle should be keep on calling again and again. So what I'll do, I'll just extract the widget and I'm gonna name this widget as circular indicator text. So circular indicator, circular indicator and also text. Okay. So let's just remove this out. Now you can see it's extracted, right? But also inside this, we want to make sure that every element, like for example, text, subtext should be there, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give final. Inside the final, I'm gonna write string will be our text. So text is what main text, and final string will be our subtext. Okay. And also inside that, what I'm gonna give, let's give the value of the color. Okay. So not double. Final color will be our color. Okay. And also we need to add int stroke. So final int will be stroke width. Okay. That's it. So we have given all these things. Now we'll ensure that all these things are required. Okay. So for requiring, let me check for the color. Okay. So the color will be called out here. Let's give it color and let's remove the const from there. Okay. Similarly, this text will be changed to text. Okay. And this text will be changed to subtext. Okay. Subtext. Okay. Subtext and this one will be our text. Okay. Everything looks fine, perfect. And now let's add this inside our parameters. So required. Now inside this circular text indicator, we are going to call these values out. Okay. So if you will make sure to observe, all these values are saying what? All these values are telling us perfectly things that is Let's just copy it out. So primary color, text and size. Okay. So inside this, what it's calling text, subtext, color, and stroke width. Okay, so let's just give it what we have called this subtext to be. Okay, now it looks fine. We also need to add stroke width. So we are going to add stroke width will be 10. Okay, now let's just reload it. Now you can see that it looks like this. Okay, pretty fine and perfect. Right? But what we have to also ensure that it should work in every screens. So that's why we are even going to ensure that we are also going to ensure that size and everything is properly told then, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to extract these values as well, right? These height, width, and all. So I'm going to write final. Inside the final, I'm going to write double, okay? Because we are going to add double value into it, okay? So double, and inside the double, I'm going to add size. That's it. And all these 200 values will be changed to size. Okay. So size. Similarly, yeah, that's it for this one. And also inside the progress indicator, we will also ensure that we are going to give the value also, right? So currently the value is 0.6, but I want that the value should be also often provided by us. Yeah, I'm going to give that as well. So decimal, or I'll give it a double value. Double value. Let's just add this value into these parameters. Looks perfect, right? Now inside this also we will add the parameters that we are going to give it. So what are the size, text size, or what are the size that we have to give it? So let's give it screen size dot off with into 45, and then what we have value. So value will be 0.65. Okay. Now if I will reload it, yeah, now you can see it looks perfect. Okay. And the value is also working pretty fine. So this was the first one that we have created. Now we can easily create these three. So to create these three, what I'm going to do, I'm going to firstly give some sized box. Okay. We'll add sized box, this one. That's it. We'll format it out. Yeah. And right after this sized box, I'm gonna give a row, because you can see that a row is the perfect implementation, because we have three by itself. So we are going to copy this out inside a row. Okay, so let's give it a row. And inside the row, we are going to call this indicator again and again. Okay, so let me just here paste once, twice, and the size. Okay, but also we have to ensure that the size is small, right? Instead of 4, 5, I'm going to give it 2, 5, 2, 5, and also 2, 5. Okay. Let's reload, and now you can see that it's like this, right? Not getting proper spacing. So we'll come back to the row, and inside the row, I'm going to ensure that we are giving it a proper spacing. So main axis alignment dot space evenly. So main axis alignment dot space evenly. Now you will be able to see that we are giving them proper spacing. Okay. Yeah. You can see that proper spacing has been provided, and now they looks fine. But we have to ensure that this text is not going to create issues, because this text is big, very big. So what we will do first, text will be 45 minutes. Let's check. Yeah, it got fit into it. Let's give it a margin of 0.6. 0.6, and also one more 0.6. Okay. Yeah. So now it's looking okayish. Okay. 45 minutes, and then what we have steps and all. Let's copy all this from the data which we have what steps, and inside the steps what we have 6540. Okay, so let me check for it. Let's give it a title. So title will be what 652 calories. Let's give it 6540 and steps. Okay, reload. Yeah, looks perfect. And similarly, into this, what you have 45 minutes of what? Time. Okay, reload. And the last one will say is 72 ppms, that is our heart. Okay, so 72 ppm and it will call our heart. Okay, yeah, the heart. Perfect, fine. Now let's just change the color. So I'm gonna give it colors dot orange. For this one, I'm gonna give some other color that is colors dot red. Okay. And for this one, let's change it to colors dot blue. So colors dot blue. Okay. Let's rerun it, and now you can see that how it's looking. Looking pretty, right? So let's go back to the design and this shows how it's supposed to look. But you can see this stroke width is also less, right? So let's reduce the stroke width. So instead of 10, let's give it 7, 7, and also 7. Okay. Let's reload, and now it's gonna create an error. Not it's gonna run pretty perfect. Let's see. Stroke width seems to work fine, but I don't know why it's not taking the stroke width. So stroke width will be stroke width. A parameter type int cannot be defined. Okay, so instead of int, let's convert it to double. Okay, so now looks fine. You can see that it is also having this text and everything perfectly running and all. Okay. Now after this, what you have very basic padding and rows into this. Okay. We will also ensure that in this we have one more thing, that is our value. So value will be, let's change some values also. So value will be like 4, 5 for this, 4, 5 for time. Okay, so let's give it 4, 5. Then for our steps, let's give it 0.8. Okay. And also for our this one, like 45 H time, let's give it 62%. Okay. Now reload. Yeah, it looks fine now. Perfect. That's it. Yeah, now it looks perfect. Okay, so this part is done, and now after this, what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to add a size box here. Size box, and right inside the size box, we will give that height, which is very common that we have given throughout this page. This one. Okay, height. It will be sized dot height dot 0.05. Okay, I know. So we have given height also, and now inside this, we are going to create more of these, like finished workout, and after that we have workout progress and all that. Okay, so let's add that into this. Okay, so let me make sure that this works. So let's go back here, and right after the size box, we are going to ensure that we create one more thing, which is our row. So row, and inside the row, we are going to call children, and the children will be having what? Text. So, text will be, so, text will be, so, text will be having what? Text. So, text will be, so, text will be having what? Text. 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 So workout progress. So workout progress. And inside this workout progress, we are also going to give some styling. So I'll write style. And inside the style, I'm going to give text style. And the text style will be having font size of 20 and also the color to be colors.white. Okay, that's it. Format. Okay. And right after this text, we also want to add the text which will say see all. Okay, so see or view all. Okay, so view all. That's it. Let me reload it. So yeah. Now you can see that this is workout indicator, and let's give the same styling to this one. Now here, okay, the size will be a little bit small. That's it. Now fine, let's reload it. So yeah, you can see it says view all, but we also have to ensure that it's space between because the row is stuck, right? So I'm gonna give main axis alignment dot space between. Okay, so it's space between as soon as I will add it. Now it's perfectly in the heights. Okay. But we also need to ensure that there is enough padding into them, right? So we will wrap this out with padding. So padding here and inside this edge insets dot symmetric and inside the symmetric I'll give horizontal 20. That's it. That looks perfect, right? That's it. It looks fine now. Okay. Looks crispy now. And now what we have, we are going to add this stability training, then 10 o'clock, then flash cycle, and the time and the checkbox. Okay. So let's do one thing. Let's create that. But instead of creating that multiple times, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna ensure that it's same and you can just create another widget here and the widget can be copy pasted multiple times. Okay. So height will be size dot height dot oh sorry into 0.03. Okay, that's it. For this one, what's the error it's showing? Size the box. Why it's a maybe because of padding, right? So yeah, here we have to paste it out. So size box format. Now it's done, and we'll also add cons to it. Yeah. And right after this, we will be calling out our checkbox. Okay. So to create a checkbox, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create another widget here, STL, and the name of the widget will be text checkbox. Okay. Container. So checkbox container, checkbox container. Okay. So text checkbox container. Let's start building the container. Okay. Now the container will firstly take, as the name says, container, right? So let's give it a container into this, and the container will be having height and weight. Okay. So height will be size dot height. Okay. So to call this out, we have to return the height. Okay. So we have to make sure that we have the height to it. So let's go up and copy paste that same line. This one. Let's just paste it out here. Okay. So height into height. I'm gonna give into, let's give this out. Okay, so height, and after this I'm gonna 0.85. Okay, so 0.85. Let's give it 0.85 here. And let's give it width as well. So width will be what? 0.9. Okay, so we'll give it size dot width, and inside the width we are going to ensure that it takes 0.9. Okay, let's just keep it that for now. So decoration also you can give, but currently let's just start with a row. So I'm gonna create a row here, and right inside this row we will be having children's. Okay, so children will take some of the input into it. So let's add inside the children what you need. So I'm gonna add column first. Okay, so why we are doing row and column? Just see that firstly we have a row, which means this text and this checkbox. Then you have a column, which means this text and this text. Okay, so that's why we are using two. So let's just do that. Inside the column, we will be having very basic text. Okay, so it will have text like this right from the above. Okay, that's it, nothing else. And what we'll do, whatever we are copying, we will just ensure that these texts are presented. Okay, so and we'll add fields to it. Okay, this looks fine. Text and all, everything seems to be perfect. And let's do one thing. Inside this column, we will also ensure that we are inside our children. So inside this children, we are going to add text. Okay. Now perfect, works fine, and everything seems to look good. Okay. Now inside the row, this part is done. And now column section is done, but inside the row, we are still going to need some things. That is a checkbox. Okay. So to create a checkbox, what we are going to do, we are going to create a container. Okay, so that to ensure that the size is perfect. So child, inside the child, I'm going to give center. Okay, and the center child will be having checkbox. Okay, now checkbox changes value. Okay, so and nothing else. Now what we are going to do, we are going to also ensure that we give some value. The value will define what, true or false. So let's just call this out there. So final bool will give us true or false. Okay, so final bool true or false. That's it. Okay, let's just add this as well into the conditional condition, and that's it into this. Okay, so child done. This works. Okay. Now, right after this, what we are ensuring that everything looks fine. Active color will be our primary color. Okay, that's it. Here I'm gonna give a comma. Okay, that's it. Formatted everything perfect. Okay. Now, what we are going to do? We are going to call this out. Okay. So let me just go up here and let's just call it out. So text checkbox container. So inside this text, I'm gonna give stability training. Stability training. Okay. So stability training, and then after that, what as a subtext? Subtext was the time, I guess. So let's check it. Yeah, time. So let me add the time as well, and let's just keep the value to be true. Okay. We'll format this out and let's reload it. Okay. So now you can see that the checkbox is there, stability is there, but there is no sort of alignment. Proper alignment is not there. So let's just do one thing. We'll go back here and inside this, we will ensure to give some proper alignments to it. Like for example, cross-axis alignment will be in the center. So cross-axis alignment or center. And also the main axis alignment will be in the space between. Okay. Let's reload. Yeah, now you can see it's in the space between and also in the center. But this column also needs to be added these properties. So inside the column also we are going to use this. So what I'll do, main axis alignment dot center and cross axis alignment dot start. Okay, comma, and let's reload it. Yeah. Now you can see that this one looks fine. Perfect. Okay. Let's see. Okay, it works. Okay, good. That's it. Value is okay and looks perfect. Okay. Let's check whether we have not properly given them the spacing or not. So yeah, this is the spacing I'm talking about, like 0.3. 0.03 is also fine, but I don't know why it's taking that much of a space in it. Okay. So we'll just make sure that this is not the case in this. That's it. Okay. 0.05 and 0.03. There is not much of a difference into this. So let's just give it 0.1 then. Okay, yeah. Now it looks good. Okay. Go back to this page and we'll see that whether we have proper alignment or not. But yeah, we also have to make sure that this alignment and all is there because currently we cannot see any square boxes and anything like that, right? So let's give a decoration to our container. We'll go back here inside the container. I'm going to give decorations. So decoration is colors.gray and little bit of stability, okay, which you can see right there. Okay. Now our 0.2 will look perfect, but 3 will look perfect. Okay. Yeah. And we also have to make sure that this spacing is proper. So let's just give it some padding. Okay, so inside this row, we are going to start this column by wrapping up with padding. So instead of all, let's add only. Okay, and only we will add left. And from left, let's just give it 30. That's it. Okay, now it looks good, fine, perfect. That's it. So yeah, this is our checkbox. And I don't know why this color is not seems to be making me much of a. Oh, okay. So that's it. Okay, it looks good, fine, everything perfect. Now let me just go back here and copy paste it multiple times. Copy, paste. But this time we'll reduce the height a bit so that it should be visible. That's it. And let's just paste it one and two more times. Okay, that's it. We'll add const and our file looks press. Perfect. See, voila. Everything looks perfect, good, and yeah. So this is how we are supposed to add this out. Okay. Instead of true, let's just give this one false. Reload it. Yeah, this false true, and yeah, it looks good. So this is how we are going to create a very basic page, and this is how it's going to look like. Okay. I hope you have understood whatever we have done. Notification page is done. Profile section is done, and the updated code I'll be posting out soon. Okay. So all this that we have created is currently static, but we are we can even use APIs and different data sources available from every different websites that is Google Finance and every other website has it. Okay. So what we can do, we can use this out by calling out multiple libraries. Like for example, this one is there. Okay, so this was there, which was giving us a way to access out all the accelerometer, okay, and different other sensors. Okay, so if you want that this thing should be added into this basic code, so I want you guys to comment down below on this video. If this video get at least 10 to 15 comments of saying that yeah, you need a new API based app, like means you need to add the API in this, then I'll be creating this separate because API one will take about 4 to 5 days. I mean 4 to 5 videos, and then all the data that we will be seeing. Currently, it's static. Okay, it's static data, but all that data will be dynamic. Okay, and currently modifying, and everything will be added into it. Okay. So if you want that it should happen, just comment down below. And if I get around 10 to 15 or 20 comments, I'll be making sure that this one works. Okay. So this is what we have created so far. Everything works. Login authentication system is perfect, and it will also ensure that you get your account details also into it. Okay. So this was all about a basic app. This app was, to ensure that your basics about Flutter, about Node will be perfect. A Node code is also there. You can just go to this page like fitness app front end, and in that you will be able to see all of this present available over there. Okay. You can see that we have day 10 of it. I'll be posting it out day 11, finalizing everything, and that will be it. If you want that I should post more on this or I should update this code more, and yeah, comment down below and just let me know that what all changes you need. Okay. I'm gonna write day 11, finalizing. Okay, that's it. And this is how it's going to look like. Pull first. Okay, so let me just pull it out to see what all the changes have been implemented, and then we'll ensure that code has been worked. Okay, so okay. The code has been done, and this is how everything is supposed to be. I hope you have understood each and everything that we have learned so far. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you want to create another UIs and applications like this. This is just a static because it was taking a long of time. So if you really want it out, make sure to comment down below that you need an API integrated into this, and I'll be creating the videos within 2 to 3 days about it. Okay. So this was pretty much it about our fitness application. I hope this video was very interesting. Share it among your friends who wants to create this amazing Flutter application. Okay. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you won't miss an upcoming video. If you have any sort of doubts and queries, comment me on my LinkedIn, or you can just check me over there in this LinkedIn. You can see, search me there. You will be able to find me out and comment me there if you have any issues. Okay. This was pretty much it for this video. I will catch you in the next one where we will be creating another such amazing application using Flutter. So, uh, thanks everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, see ya, have a great day, and bye bye.